welcome back to the channel. My name is Betty Yours in this Life Untold, and we are back again. Always discussing issues that you can relate to. Yeah, we can relate to, you can relate to, everybody can relate to. And I mean, thank you guys so much for the subscription, for the views and all that. Continue subscribing and also sharing with your friends. Today we are going to touch on a very important topic: long distance relationship. How do you manage long distance relationship? Personally, I have my own opinion about this whole thing. For me, it's a no. Me, if I'm so which place is even closer? If we're in Kaswa and I'm in Accra, that one cry I can't. Hey! To me, long distance relationship is a no. But I mean, there are lots of people that are in long distance relationship. People have been married, their a significant other is in abroad for 5 years, 6 years, and they are still waiting for them to return. How are you able to manage long distance relationship? And as usual, I'm with my girls here. Florence Opeku Hoche, aka Akpene. I brought her government name from the box. And then Seiram, my beautiful Say.
Hi,
so
guys.
Today we are going to do justice to this topic. I know it's a topic that is very important, and I know a lot of people can relate to it. So let's just kickstart. And I'm Seiram.
Start to tell. If you are talking about long distance relationship experts, she's the one. She's the one to say.
Interestingly, you're an expert.
Interestingly, almost all my relationships
have been long distance.
I don't know how it happens, but I am always dating someone very far away from me.
Me too.
You know,
come to think of it, but not your kind.
Yeah.
My own is maybe Koforidua Accra, Accra, Kumasi, somewhere else. Like
maybe in another town.
In the country, but in another town. That has
but for you, always outside the country.
I wouldn't even refer to that as a long distance relationship. Because it is within Ghana. You can.
But we are still not together, so it's long distance.
Somebody said Kaswa to Accra. I'm talking about regional, interregion.
So I mean, let me start from you, since you have been more exposed with long distance relationships.
It is a sweet thing. I mean,
really
it's beautiful, and it just depends on how you are able to manage it. One thing that is key in a long distance relationship is trust. No, I'll say two things: trust and communication. If you trust your partner trusts you, and then there is communication between the two of you, you would go far. You can do anything on the phone. Thankfully now we
anything.
You can even have sex on the phone if you want to. Oral sex. People do.
But is it the same?
It's not the same, but the feeling is there. It's your person now. You have feelings for the person, so it will come naturally to you. It's not as if you are going to. It's just small oral something, and then once you have feeling for that person, and you begin to think about the person, and you begin. By the time you realize, you are laughing, you are happy, and then that's it. But long distance relationship, it's all about communication. One, I said your partner must trust you, must trust the person, and then you build your foundation on communication, because he is not here with you, you are not together, and you need to hear from the person all the time, especially when it comes to do with someone that you are dating who is not in the same country as you. If anything happens, you have to travel long distance, and it doesn't come handy like that. For instance, I am in Accra, my boyfriend or my partner is in, or my husband is in Kumasi. Right now, I can take VIP and go and visit for anything. But someone who is in UK, someone who is in US, I am not a citizen there. before I go, I have to go for visa and all those trauma. So if there is communication between you, the person knows you're in and out and everything, you know the person's in and out, you constantly communicate, you will build trust. And when the trust is there, I mean, but at least once a while, he needs to visit, you need to visit. Okay, there is that bit of it that helps the relationship. And you know, when you are apart like that, you keep talking on phone, you begin to miss the person and you express those feelings. If those feelings, if the person is with you, mostly you don't express those feelings all the time. You get it? But those feelings that we express also builds the relationship. So you realize that when the person is far away and you communicate every day you get to tell the person that I love you. Every day I miss you. Every day, you know, the love language and all those things. And when the person visits or you visit the person, you see the bond, you bond, and the bond gels very well. And so when the person
Experience.
So
This is from
not to cut you. I don't know the farthest you've gone in a relationship with someone outside the country.
Okay.
But let me find out from you. You talked about constant communication.
Yes.
I mean, professing your love to the person,
Yeah.
having oral sex to, I mean, make the relationship, to spice things up in the relationship. Imagine the person has been away for 5 years
Okay.
and he or she is yet to return. Won't it get boring at a point with all the things that you listed?
I don't think it will get boring because almost all my relationships, I've not had any, they only visit. Yeah.
So you not
But
had
I've
one that has
I've-
gone
I've
away
had
from.
one that has gone like for 2 years. I've not seen him, but we were communicating, and I was always expecting, say, yeah, I'll come, he will come, or I'll go to visit. And we make arrangements. Sometimes the arrangements, certain things come up, and it doesn't happen. But still, I never got bored. You know, and one interesting thing about long distance relationship is that when you are even building something for yourself, you get the time to build it. For instance, I'm here with my husband. Okay, I'm not saying I'm married or I'm single, but you know, I'm here with my husband, and then I have to take care of him. You know, I have to wake up, I cook for him. In the evening, I have to cook for him. I have to wash his clothes. I have to do all those things. If I am building something, it will be stressful to add all those things. But he's there. We are lavishing, we are loving each other. But I am building something that would demand me to wake up at 5 a.m. and rush to go and get it done and come. Sometimes when your partner is there, you are doing that every now and then. You get it? So these are some of the advantages with long distance relationship. You have some peace of mind, some level of peace of mind,
And independent.
and independence, and even that you are supposed to report to him. He should know that, oh yeah, you are doing this, so you are rushing to go and get that done and come. He's aware. But if he was there, maybe that early morning 5 a.m. no, he wants something,
Wajiga.
you know, and then you say you are leaving. Sometimes you yourself, it's there inside for you. By the time you realize, time is gone, and then you don't get certain things down. So that's one advantage of
In a long distance. But
long distance
say,
relationship.
are you a fan of long distance relationship?
No. No. Wait.
Just like that.
No, from her
Yeah, Nicole, I
perspective.
like it.
But like I said, I've also done some long distance, but in the
In
country.
Ghana.
Please let me correct that thing you said. When I'm in Accra, my partner is in Kumasi. It's a long distance relationship.
It is.
Because not everyone can just stand up and go to Kumasi the way you can.
For me,
go.
Accra
And
to
the same
Accra
way,
is a
yes,
long-distance
the same way
relationship.
you would have to plan and plan and plan before you can go to UK. Someone will just stand up and say, I miss my boyfriend. Let me buy ice cream and go and give him, and they go and come. So this when you know, yes, cousin, depends on who you are and where you are looking at it
Yeah.
from. So when we are talking about long distance, you and your partner don't live in the same countries.
The same town,
The same town.
even in the same house.
Even
Oh,
if
no.
You know,
The same
everyone would understand this thing.
Yes.
When you want to travel outside, it is far different from when you want to travel.
But there are some people
But there are some people who go to eat ice cream and come back to their country.
They have their personal jets and all that.
No. There are some people that don't have their
So now
personal
should
jet.
I say it's
They
not
want to
They can
Yes.
afford. They can say that, oh, I've missed my husband, and plan and
they
then go
surprise.
and surprise
You
them.
are very common.
No.
The-
It
is it
doesn't have
common?
to be common.
It is rare.
But
There's-
some people are doing it.
There are some couple. There's a couple here in Ghana. I know them. The husband traveled out of the country for work for 1 week. 3 days later, the wife flew out that she has missed him. She's going to surprise him.
I know a nurse. I know a nurse at Kolebu. The husband is abroad.
That means those people, they can't do long distance. They can't do long distance.
I can't do long distance. Me, I always say that when I meet you, I let you be aware that I can't do, because I can't manage it. I can't handle it.
Okay.
And I feel it will be boring with the everyday communication, because I always want to be around the people
Yeah.
that I am with.
As touchy as I am.
Yes. But you know, now the question that comes is, it looks like women are able to devote their time to long distance relationship or marriages than men. A man can travel abroad, and you know, sometimes when you don't have your papers yet, you can't come back, and then it can be there for 5 to 10 years, and the woman is still devoted to the marriage.
Yeah.
Is still with the man that is abroad.
Yeah.
Will not
Waiting.
cheat, will not do anything, when the man probably is doing his own stuff abroad. I mean, what do you
Which
think? Cheating, of course. Some men, if you
Making
get
a
married,
whole family.
make a whole family then. What do you think are some of the reasons why women are able to be more devoted to long distance relationship?
I think women are naturally committed when it comes to relationship, unless you are naturally that person that you are not there for the person.
Yeah.
Like you are there for games as well. But most women naturally, they do their things when they are youthful, in their youthful age, and once they marry, it's game over.
They settle
are,
down,
yes,
that's it.
they are married to be committed to their husband. So whether the husband has traveled for years or not, they're okay. I don't know how faithful they stay, maybe the whole 5 years without anything. Maybe once in a while they'll be tempted, they'll flirt their text or something here and there to keep them going. But like you said, most women are able to commit to long distance relationship than men. You know, men, they cannot. When this brain is the one talking, this one doesn't.
You know, unfortunately, most of the men, Ghanaian, let me put it, most Ghanaian men don't know how to spice up relationship, especially when it's long distance. I remember
Even when it's not long distance.
I remember when I went to Kumasi, one of the drivers that was driving us around, he was like, his wife is in another town and he is another town. And I was like, so, I mean, how often do you see her? Say, oh, once in a month. And I'm like, so how do you guys find? Do you do oral sex? He say, hey, no, my church will not allow. What is oral sex? Like, he made it look like it's sinful for you to do oral sex and other. And I'm like, so what do you do to spice out the marriage? He said, oh, I'll call her, I'll ask her how she's doing, how the kids are doing, and then that's all. And I'm like, and you guys are married? He said, yes, we are married. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, recently someone told me that, hey, as for that oral sex thing, me, I can't do it too. It's masturbation.
Wait, what is it in the first? Let me say if I don't know. how do they do? We'll do another topic.
Let's leave that. We have to go in school.
I don't know the thing. I don't know the thing.
No, maybe we have to bring one expert in here to tell us more about that, because we also want to learn.
Sitting here.
I'm not an expert. It is masturbation.
They say masturbation.
Yeah,
I know
just
it.
like masturbation.
Yeah.
Just like masturbation.
Okay, so it's like you are masturbating with the other person
Listening to you.
I know it very well, please. I know it.
You know it and you've tried it.
I reserve my comment.
Yeah, so I mean, say back to that. What are some of the things? I know you said you've been in a long distance relationship, but not outside the country.
Yeah.
But what are some of the things aside the communication, which is very key? What are some of the things that you think can sustain a long distance relationship? And for how long can a long distance relationship be vibrant, in your view?
Oh, I think a long distance relationship can be vibrant as long as the two parties are in it. It could be forever. Yes.
I see.
Yes, I mean, it's just keeping the relationship going. Like she said, communication is very key. You make time for your significant other. You talk, like she said, you do things over the phone. And with my situation, because it was like within the country, surprises. That was another way. You surprise your person. Just make sure you don't get surprised yourself. You surprise your person. They're not expecting you. You show up at work. You send them stuff. Like anything that you can do in a relationship when the person is within your state or your town. These are things that you can do. Just that here you are limited, so you have to find ways, or it might be more expensive to go about such things, but communication, I think, is one key way to keep the relationship vibrant. Yes. Talk about everything and anything, be open and all that. That would keep it going.
Well, I mean, you've heard from the girls, but me, as I said, there are certain things that I won't even say for myself, because I told a friend that if I am married and my husband has the opportunity to travel abroad for maybe for his education or maybe a job opportunity, and it would have to keep him away for 2 years,
You are following.
hell no.
I was just about to ask, what if you are already with your partner before work or something takes him away for years?
No.
What will you do? You follow him?
No, it's
Or
either
you divorce him.
no.
Or you not allow
So
him to
listen,
go?
it's
Hey!
so listen.
This is serious.
It's either the opportunity covers both of us,
Okay.
or you don't go,
Yo, what if the opportunity doesn't cover both of you?
or
What
you
will
don't,
do?
or you don't go. That is
Like,
the yes.
This is serious.
Don't divorce you.
Hey,
Because if the tables had turned, you'll be like, he doesn't want you to progress.
So I
He doesn't
don't-
want you to
I
build
don't
your
want the
career.
divorce.
That is what you know. That is me. So when the table turns, you should also. I will understand.
Oh.
The opportunity should come.
This is serious.
It's-
I said no, but I'm a bit flexible. If we are already together and there's an opportunity, you have to travel.
to take you away for 2 years. 3
Yes,
years.
but of course, within the 2 years, there should be
Okay,
arrangements for me to
when
visit
we are
or you
married
to
with
visit
a,
us.
when we are married with a child, I think that I will.
You'll be busy taking care of the
Yeah,
child.
I'll be busy
She's
taking-
the type who, when she has children, her children will become her
I'll be-
priority.
No, I'll be busy taking care of the child. But when we are married and we don't have a child, and you are away, you know, I
You still be
I have
busy, your
trust- I have
career.
Yeah,
trust
your
issues.
career, you have friends.
Trust-
You have trust
Yes, I have
Oh,
trust issues.
If you have
it's
trust
simple.
issues,
It's
then
trust issues.
Yeah, I
my
have
my
trust
brother,
issues.
my sister, if you have trust issues, ask for long distance, because
It is
I
not good
quite
for you.
remember when I was with my man, and you know, at that time, I'm confessing, very young, vibrant men were coming my way.
Aww.
And lots of them were coming. But I was so
Committed.
faithful and committed to this relationship that I said, no, nothing is stopping me from going further, going together forever with this man. And so one time, I had a friend who invited me to the beach. So we were at the beach, we were talking. Apparently, he was so much interested in me, but I was giving him the red light. Then he asked me, you that you are here, I am proposing to you and you are saying no. Do you know what your man is out there doing? Your man is not here. Oh. Do you know what he's there doing? Do you know the number of girls he's chasing here and there? Do you think he'll see everything? I was like, oh, this one, I talk to him every time. Oh. I
Ah,
know when he goes to
She
work,
was a
when he
newcomer.
closes it. I wasn't a newcomer. I wasn't a newcomer.
hey.
I was so faithful because I trusted him.
Mm.
I said no matter what.
And do you regret doing that?
No, I don't regret. That
Okay.
is me. And so the
But has-
next relationship too that I may probably have, and the person is, I will still trust the person. The thing is that if you don't trust the person, you will have issues with yourself. You will not be comfortable. You will not be okay. I said to the guy, I don't care what he's doing. All I know is that he's faithful to me. And that's what I want to know. And that's what I want to believe. If I hear something, I'll definitely follow up and get to know. And then we'll talk about it. But if I want to tell myself that I don't trust, I'm sitting there, hey, so by
What
this
is
time,
he
what
doing?
is he doing? And by this time, he's with some girl. Oh, by this time, if I want to do that, I'll be sick. Oh, I don't want to be
You
sick.
you know
Yes.
I think with me personally, yeah, what I believe is humans are humans. We are not God. I mean, a human can be faithful to
Anything
detail.
can happen.
Anything can happen.
Yes.
So that is why I won't put myself in a situation that will affect me. Because as you said, when I want to trust and be faithful to you, I do it with 100% mind. I put my whole heart and my soul. And so if I'm in a long distance relationship, I can be building my career, but I will put everything on hold. Not my career on hold, but probably I want to give birth at a certain age. And then because my partner is abroad, I mean, I'll be like, okay, maybe in the next 4 or 5 years, when he comes, then we can
you
give birth.
have it.
Probably I am aging. Men don't have a problem giving birth even at the age of 50
60.
or 60. But then probably I am aging. I'll be 40 years. There will be issues, complications when it comes to my childbirth. That's because I have been so faithful to you. And then when you break that trust, it will affect me emotionally forever. I'm very emotional like that. It can affect me mentally. That's why I wouldn't even encourage it. I won't tolerate it.
Anyone coming for my sister.
I won't, yeah.
Everywhere we go.
I won't tolerate it. So when you come and you tell me that you are abroad, you are this, please go your front.
Hey,
I am not ready for any
Oh, wow.
bugawari.
me understand so there.
Bugawari.
Yeah, but not to say that long distance relationship is that so sweet. In fact, there are some times you really wish that your man is around you,
cuddle.
your partner is around you. Sometimes you wish to cuddle, I mean, hold him, let him hold you, and be together. That feeling too is there. So even though, well, from my point of view, I would say that long distance relationship is not that it's not that bad. But I mean, especially when it comes to marriage, when you marry your woman or your man, you don't have to leave her somewhere for that long. 5 years cry does. If you go there, you know you are not coming back. If your wife is in Ghana and you are in US or wherever, and you know you are not coming back soon, you need to prepare and bring your wife to come and join you, because it's also very
What if
important.
it's not working out? What if you are doing and it's not working
You
out?
need to find alternatives. Then you need to visit more often. You can please.
What if you can't visit
What
If
us?
you
if
don't
can't
have
visit?
papers to go and stay abroad, so don't go and stay there and leave your wife behind. She
Greener
needs you.
pastures.
No, greener pastures, Ghana, you can make it.
Hey,
But-
you can't make anything here. You can't make anything here.
But even if you are chasing a dream, if it is work that has taken you there, you should make sure that you factor your wife, your partner in it. Sometimes long distance relationships, it destroys relationships and it destroys marriage.
I was going to ask, not to cut you.
Especially with people who are not married. Even with people married, it destroys it. So let's take it that some people are not married, and then we are in a relationship. We've got it to that extent that we really want to be together, and then one person travels outside. If you go and stay too long, I mean, especially the fact that women have expiry date when it comes to childbirth and all those things,
Expiry.
and you go and stay out for that long, it will destroy the relationship. And it brings emotional trauma and all those things. It is not only women who have emotional trauma.
Yeah.
It is not only women who are heartbroken. Men too get broken. Okay, so anytime that you are in a relationship and in one way or the other you have to be outside the country, or even just as my sister said, you have to be in Kofredria, Tamale and those things. Make provision
For your wife.
for your wife, your partner, for your husband. Visit each other most often and be there for each other. And I think with that, long distance relationship can thrive. You can go far.
Sarah, you had something to add.
I was going to ask her if the distance has never been a reason for any of your breakups, like with the long distance relationship.
No, I wouldn't. Long distance, no. Distance hasn't been, but well, it could trigger it, because of course I'm here and he is there. One, I remember it was just communication that started breaking. Communication started breaking. I'm here, he is there. I didn't go to visit him. He hasn't come to visit me, because apparently he's supposed to stay there for some time before he can
come.
come around. And I realized that the communication was breaking and it was not as it used to. So probably because he's not here, he has found somebody there. Just as I just said that you need to make provision so that you guys will meet.
Yeah.
So if that's why I said long distance relationship
Can
is
only thrive when there is communication.
constant communication. And so that communication started breaking, and it will be like when I call, oh, I'm very busy, let me call you back. Oh, my sister is on the line, let me finish talking to my sister and call you back. And that continued for some time. And in fact, I realized that I didn't want
That
to
was my experience.
waste
So
my time.
I have tried it once, and after that once, I said never again. Oh, I think twice.
Okay.
Zimbabwe and Canada, if you remember. So the first person, the Canadian guy. Hey, Betty. 1 week, I won't hear from this human being.
Can't.
Then I will call. I will leave
Every day I have
messages.
to.
Then after a month or maybe 2 weeks, a week, then he'll come and respond and call me and talk as if everything is okay. Like
everything is not
it didn't seem like he hadn't heard from me for days and he was worried, or he comes back and then for another week or so we are good and then he disappears again. I'm like, Emfa.
But so that actually brings me to my last question to say, Akpene. Now there are some women that are in this kind of relationship where they are in this long distance relationship. The man will disappear or ghost her for some time, come back as if everything is normal. Probably once in a while, the person has been sending money and other stuff to, support the home. But then it is a marriage, it is a relationship, it's a marriage. But you are not getting that constant communication from your partner. And you've been together for maybe years, 5, 10 years. How do you go about it? Do you still stay?
Well, if it is marriage, as for marriage, it's for better or for worse. So you need to take a move. Go there. Find out why this man is not coming.
Go away.
Go to where the man is.
What if you can?
You can.
What if you can't go? You don't have visa.
Oh, you can. I mentioned that sometimes getting visa and all those, it takes time. But definitely, you will get visa. If your husband is there, your husband is not coming, you need to go and find out.
Do you know?
Probably he has married and he has had another family.
Let me just tell you this. Then you can continue with it.
Okay.
There were a story that someone told me that there were two couple and the husband was abroad. So the husband was working on the papers to come and pick the wife.
Okay.
Now, anytime they put in the paper requests, for the wife to come, the wife will go for the interview and she's rejected.
Oh.
Anytime she'll go for the interview and she's rejected. Meanwhile, everything is genuine.
Yeah.
She has a shop, but because she has in mind that she's traveling, the shop was not really operating well because every money she gets, she's not paying attention to the shop. Now, one day she went to the embassy with her child at the back. She and the husband, they have 2 kids, but the other one is small. So with the child at the back. And one of the women at the embassy called the lady and he said, I didn't want to tell you this, but I feel so sad for you. You've been here for 10 to 15 times.
Okay.
And you are always rejected.
Yeah.
Do you know why? The woman was like, no.
What's behind it?
She said, your husband is behind it.
Oh,
he has actually written to the embassy that he doesn't know you.
Okay.
And that that you are just trying to come and worry him or something. Like he has written some bad things about you.
Yeah.
And that is why you are always rejected. So when you come
I was going to say that sometimes that's why I said you.
Meanwhile, the husband was just behaving. He was so involved in sending money for document, doing this.
Course.
Meanwhile, he's the same person who has written to the embassy for them not to grant the wife the visa.
I say
men are not good people.
The person is even there. Sometimes you are even with the person, you eat in the same bowl with the person, but what the person will do to you, you will look for tears to cry and so when it comes to something like that, you need to make a move. For like this example you've given, you have been trying to go and settle there, you are not getting. Try another means. Okay, go as a visit. Now don't even tell your husband. Esther said it that you need to surprise them. Don't even tell him. find alternative to get visa. If your friend say your person is in US and you are trying to get US visa is not getting, try and see how can I go from Abia, UK
to US.
Is it
Doing
possible?
thought.
Go and find out means, because you are married to the person and you can't leave your wife or your husband for that long. Okay, so whoever is the one feeling the pain, the person should make a move and go. You can have a woman you are communicating with, you are doing paper, you are trying everything, but the woman has gone to marry another person. How do you know? You need to go. So if you feel that you are the one committed, you are so faithful, and everything you are trying to even do proves futile, or you have been in the relationship for this long, you need to make a move. Go and see where the man is. Go and see what is happening. For all you know, he has remarried and he has made a family that he's comfortable, so he's not coming for you again. And if you are not married, you are in a relationship and you still think you want to continue with this relationship, also make a move. Go and visit your partner wherever he is. However you try and get to wherever he is, go and visit and find out. And when you go, investigate. You know, his friends will always applaud you, will cool you, will do.
Our wife.
But yes, our wife and all that. But try and find other means to find out about your partner. Okay, and then take a decision. Has he married? Has he moved on? Is he seeing someone there? Then you can take a decision and say, okay, you can talk with him. This is what I found out. Do you still want us together? If he wants you together, he should marry you. That thing that people do 10 years, 12 years, and they are still dating and they are not married, it is not healthy. Okay, people do it, but it is not healthy. So get married, get together, tie the knot, so that if he is even doing that, you know that you are married to him. Okay, and even if you are married and he is doing that, you can feel free and divorce.
Okay.
You can't kill yourself.
Yeah, you can't kill
You
yourself.
can't say that because you are married, it's for better, for worse. I mean, you'll be in and then you'll be crying, and the man is married to someone else, living his life, and then you are here crying.
For better for worse, both of us are supposed to be in the better and in the worse.
Yes.
So you can't leave me hanging in the worst.
And
then
better.
you will be better.
So
No.
just
that is not what
and walk away.
the whatever what they read. What's the name? The vow. That is not what the vow means.
Yeah.
Any final words?
My final words to you, gentleman, lady, please, this one is your own cup of tea, whether you decide to do long distance or not. Some people it's a no. Some of us it's a
Manageable.
not really. Yeah, some people they don't mind.
We
So
don't mind.
it depends on you and what works for you. By all means, go for whatever works for you. I've heard somebody say that for her, once she's dating and then the guy has to travel out of the country, she breaks up with you before you leave.
She
She don't want
That's my sister.
no problems. Once you are leaving, please, nothing is wrong. We are still cool. Go and live your life. If you come back and I'm still single, you are
We
single.
can
want
date
to
again.
But once you are going, go in peace.
That's it.
That's her. So whatever works
that's
for
the
you.
spirit.
But when you are in there, when you are in a long distance relationship, make sure that you are not in the relationship alone.
Well, I hope you've picked one or two from it for my girls, and I mean they have. I think you blend so well. I am a no. You are
A honey
a honey, and you are yes.
Yeah. Is it in Parliament?
Yeah. Thank you for watching this far, and we are grateful that you are always sticking and staying with us. Leave your comment below. Do you love to be in a long distance relationship? If yes, just leave your comment below on what you think about the topic that we discussed. And also, we are grateful that you stick and stay. We will catch you in our next video.
Don't forget to follow me on Instagram.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
Yeah.
Closer events, very, very necessary. You need to
Slay
bring us
by
back, you know.
say.
Okay. Mwah.